Good morning, guys. Have I got a treat for you this morning? I'm gonna be making zucchini salmon burgers today. And this is salmon that I had canned a couple of months ago, and I'm gonna use it for my burgers. What I have here is three medium-sized carrot, one yellow, one white, and one orange. Just use this because this is what I had. I also have here 2 eggs. I have here 2 zucchini that peeled and shredded. And then I sprinkle about a half a teaspoon of salt. And when I'm ready, I'm just gonna squeeze it and get as much of that liquid out because I don't want my burgers to be soggy. And then what I am gonna add is I'm gonna add a mix of exotic blend mushrooms, which I'm going to dice up, and I'm going to saute with shallots, with one of these shallots. And then I'm gonna add some ricotta cheese and some breadcrumbs. Add salt and pepper to taste, but I just wanted to show you the main ingredient. Bring you back when I put it together because the zucchini needs to hang out for a while so you can draw out a lot of that liquid from the zucchini. I'm just prepping all my ingredients so that I can have it ready to go. I'll probably be freezing some of these when I put them together, but I just wanted to show you. I'll bring you back when I get ready to assemble, okay? Thank you. Hey guys, I'm bringing you in just so that I can show you how I'm going to saute my exotic mix of mushroom before I put it into the mix for the salmon burgers. This is a little oil that's left that is from when I canned my salmon initially, and I'm gonna be using it for this. Let me grab it. It's not gonna be a whole lot. It's just gonna be, you know, I just want to get enough just to saute my onions, but not too much that it's gonna have a lot of oil. See, so something like this. I have here 1 shallot that I have diced very finely. You can dice it as coarse or as fine as you like. Since I don't really like big chunks, that's why I did it this small. And then, let me just come here because I'm gonna show you then. I'm just gonna saute it for a little bit. And then I'm gonna add it to my salmon mix. I've already the tricolor carrots, it's in there. I haven't added anything else because like I said before, I'm waiting for the zucchini to really let out a lot of that liquid. Right now, all I'm gonna add is this. Then I'm gonna clean up I'm gonna wait for my zucchini to render all of the fluid from the zucchini, and then I'm gonna add it to this. But I also wanted to mention that you can certainly make these, like assemble them, prepare them, and you can freeze them, and then when you want, you can go ahead and saute it, or you can even put it on the grill if you will. You can do that too. I normally, because I have a recipe that I did zucchini meatballs and I fry them and they're so delicious. I like to fry them because they're a little bit like crispy outside, and that's all you're looking for. And they get that way because of the cheese. So you see what I'm doing here? This is all I'm doing. Now I'm gonna add my exotic blend of mushrooms to it, like so. And just cook it a little bit. It's not gonna be a lot, but just enough. And then I'm gonna add that to my mix here. I'm just getting my mix ready for my salmon burgers. And honestly, there's a lot of salmon burgers recipes out there, but this thing came to me last night as I was in bed. I was like, what am I gonna make? What am I gonna make? Because here's what happened. I gave up meat for 3 weeks, right? It was hard at first. I gave it up, and I started feeling way better. I dropped a couple of pounds, which was good, but more importantly, I noticed that the inflammation in my body was coming down, was reduced. Well, After 3 weeks, my husband got me a grill, and I dreamed about having steaks on the grill. So what did I do? I went back to eating meat. I grilled some meat, some New York strip steaks. You can find that on my channel too, because I went ahead and did a YouTube video for it. And let me tell you what, I feel tired, I feel sluggish. The pain is back in my body, the swelling, the flare-ups. So I think I'm gonna try and go back. Now, with that being said, meaning I'm gonna go back to not eating meat. But with that being said, I will still cook meat for my family, my husband, because he likes it. But I will not be eating it because I have noticed a huge difference in my health. And I have been struggling with my health for years now. So, okay. So you see this? This is all that we're looking for. You see that there is no oil or anything here dripping. And that's what I want, because I don't want this to become soggy. And you're just going to dump it in here. Just dump it just like that. I'm going to let it hang out there. I'm going to let it hang out. So far, what I have in my bowl here, let me turn you around. So far, what I have in my bowl here is the salmon, the carrots, shallot, and the exotic blend of mushrooms. That's all that's in here for now. I'll bring you back when I add the rest of the ingredients. To show you what I'm doing here. You hear that? I'm just trying to get a lot more of the juice. Look at all that. That is from the zucchini. Okay, let me see. This is, and I can't make it. Oh, 8 ounces. Yeah, cup. There you go. Of liquid. Okay, guys. So we are back. So just to recap, I have here the salmon, 2 eggs, the exotic mushroom blend that I sauteed with 1 big shallot. I have here 3 shredded carrots. I have a white, a yellow, and an orange. I only have those because that's what I had at hand. And then I have a good amount of salmon, canned salmon that I had canned. And then here we have the zucchini that I have washed, peeled, and then shredded. And then I put it in here with a strainer. Hold on. I put it here with a strainer and a little bit of salt until it rendered most of the liquid from it. And then I squeezed it to get more of the liquid out. Now, I'm getting ready to add my cheeses. And I have some Asiago cheese that I had shredded, grated. And it smells amazing. It's going in because this is what I have. Yeah, I'm just going to put it all in just to use it. I also have here some ricotta cheese that I am going to also add to my mix. I'm going to take some of the water, the liquid out, because I buy it and I keep it in the freezer. And then I thaw it out and I use it. I also have here, I'm going to have to use this breadcrumb because that's all that I have. The lighting is bad again. Let's see, still bad. And I don't really measure anything, you guys. I just wing it. So I kind of play it by ear. And the consistency, you'll know once you're putting it together, if that's the consistency. Because you're trying to make like a burger patty. Or you can turn it into meatballs if you want. Whatever you like. Whatever your little heart desires, that's what you want to go with. Let me find something that I can mix this with. This is my favorite little wooden spoon. I'm going to have to get me another one. But all I'm going to do, you see that? It's add some. You can add salt and pepper to taste. Keep in mind that the cheeses are a little bit salty, so you want to bear that in mind when you are, you know, and I'm having some more grapes because I'm starving. So now, all we're going to do is mix everything in, like I'm doing here. And also keep in mind that the zucchini had a little bit of salt when I put it initially so it could render all of the liquid from it. That's why you add a little bit of salt, because the salt will pull the liquid out of it. And so far, it's feeling pretty good. I know I'm gonna have to add a little bit more of this. I'm just gonna add it all. It was like a half a can that I had left. I'm gonna add it all. Also keep in mind that this is Italian style, so it has some spices in there. So keep that in mind when you are trying, if you're trying to add spices to it, okay? It's very important. And then all I'm gonna do is mix everything up and make my patties. And all right, guys, so here we are again. I just want to show you what I am doing. My hands are a little bit, so I'm just taking and forming like a ball, like this. But you see the consistency, and then I'm flattening it to make like a burger, like a patty. And then I'm just transferring it over, let me show you, to my parchment paper. See that? But I have down here, let me see. I have some oil to deep fry, because what I'm getting ready to do, let me move this over. I'm getting ready to get this real hot, and I think I'm gonna make some zucchini salmon balls out of it, because I am starving right now, and I don't think that my whole idea of the steamed veggies and all that is gonna plan out just yet, because I'm so hungry. I had a doctor's appointment. I didn't eat any breakfast this morning. So, and all I've been munching is on little grapes. So I'm going to have to do something so I can have something to eat like now. So what I'm going to end up doing is making turning it in like to balls, like meatballs. And then I'm going to have a salsa to dip it in and treat it like an appetizer, if you will. Is what I'm going to be doing. But I just wanted to show you what this would look like. Okay, so we're almost ready to fry these little balls I have here. And I wanted to mention that it's extremely important that your oil is hot so that it could sear the meatball immediately. The thing that's gonna hold it together is gonna be the cheese. It's what's gonna hold this thing all together. The cheese and the eggs. See if this thing is hot enough. I'm gonna put a little bit in here just to. I think it's hot enough, don't you? Yep. Uh-oh. I hope it doesn't fall apart. But let me see. I'm gonna put one in, guys, and see what happens. I hope it stays together. Here's another one. And I think it's gonna work out. They're not falling apart, because like I said, whoops, the cheese is what's gonna hold it together. So whenever you put them in, don't crowd them so that they don't stick together, okay? Just put them in like this. Put one in the middle. Now when you see that they have gotten a little bit crispy, then you can add some more. Like I have a space here in between that I can put this one in, and it's not gonna stick to the other one. And I'm just gonna leave it there and wait for it to get that, let me take these off. Wait for it to get that nice golden color. And then I'm gonna present it with some dipping sauce. Or I might make a plátano, a yellow one. I think I will. My husband will like that. I'll bring you back when they're done, okay? This shouldn't take very long because everything is kind of pre-cooked. what you want is to make sure that it cooks well, because you want your eggs, especially your eggs, because they're raw in there, but it shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. Or when you see it turn that beautiful color, then you know they're done. I'll bring you back in a minute. Okay, you guys, so we're back. So these are done. See how beautiful they look? That is exactly what we want of these. I want to make some more of these so I'm going to freeze them like this. And when I'm ready, I can just sear them with a little bit of oil on each side until they get like this. But I'm not going to deep fry these, okay? Hey guys, I'm back. I just want to show you, remember that I always talked about when they're yellow, you only fry them once? I'm going to show you how you cut them, okay? Let's see if I can show you real quick. So I just cut them like this, and then you go like this, lengthwise. See that? That's how you cut them, and then you fry them like that, because you're only going to fry them once. You don't fry them any more than once. I will give you a tip. These are yellow, and you only fry them once, like I said, but sometimes you'll have one that is a little bit too yellow. You don't want to cut them too thin, because then they'll absorb too much oil. You want to get them thicker. Like if they're really yellow and they're really like ripe, you want to cut them this thick. You see how thick this is? Like that. But this one, although it's yellow, it's not as ripe. So I don't mind cutting it, you know, a little bit thinner, like this. Okay? So just keep that in mind, because the more ripe they are, the more oil they'll absorb. So when you're making, just remember that tip, okay? It'll help you. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Okay. So I should have done my, let me put it like this. I should have actually done new oil for this, but I didn't want to waste any more oil, so I just put it in the same oil. I'm okay with that. I'm going to grab another plátano, because I have another one that's yellow. And hopefully my husband will like this. Okay. I'm going to show you a good example of what I mean. You see this one? I had it in the refrigerator. You see it? I can tell this one is pretty ripe. So this one, I'll probably end up cutting a little bit different to ensure that it doesn't absorb a lot of the oil. So I think what I'm going to do with this one is, instead of cutting it lengthwise, now this looks like it's bad. I'm going to pull this out. And I'm just going to cut it this way instead. Can you see? Like this. And hopefully I'll let it cook long enough that they'll all cook. So I'm gonna throw it in there. These are done. They look like, see? Almost done anyway. I'm going to throw these in. It's going to take a little bit longer because this one was in the refrigerator. So they're cold. I'll probably have to lower the heat on my oil so it doesn't cook too fast on the outside, meaning these, and then they're raw on the inside because I'm cooking them a little bit, you know, they're thicker. And I went ahead, instead of slicing them like I did the one that I just showed you, I cut these in chunks, like in 1/2 inch chunks. And that's okay too. So I'm going to take these out because these are done. Is there one there that... So this is what you're looking for right here. Let me bring you in closer. You want this. You see that? That's what you want. This is done. I'm going to put it here with my meatballs. Well, and I don't know, guys. Honestly, I don't know how this is going to taste because, like I said, this was something that I thought of last night while I was in bed. I thought, well, I have salmon there. What can I make? Yesterday I had it like in a salad. Well, I served it to my husband in a salad. So today we had to give it a new costume, if you will. dress it up a little. So that's why I elected to do it this way. The salmon, I mean. This is my, okay, let me go in here and get the other one. Okay. The rest of the ones that are in here are the ones that I just, and this one just got stuck together. I'm just going to take them apart. I'm just going to wait, and when these are done, they're done, because like I said, they're yellow. So when they're yellow, you do not fry them twice. It's only once that you fry them. All right, guys. Let me show you. Thank you so much for watching. And obviously, I overdid it. I should have taken them out a little bit earlier, but I'm okay with that. When you are making them, initially when the oil is really hot, after they get a little bit crispy, lower the heat a little bit so that they don't get like this. But this is due because of the cheese, actually. They will cook fast. Okay, now this one is almost done too. Turning it off. And I'm going to put it in another plate. Hold on. This, they're done. These are already, you don't want them, let me just show you. You don't want them any darker than this. These are absolutely cooked all the way. And now we're going to sit down to eat, my husband and I. But I just wanted to show you what I'm doing. I'll bring you back because I'm going to make one of these in a pan just so that you can see how I make them, okay? Thanks. Okay, guys. So I'm going to use a little bit of grapeseed oil because it has a high heat contents on it. So just very little. I don't want a lot because I don't want my things to be saturated. So that's more than enough. And then I'm going to put these in there. Just because I want to show you how I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to have to charge my phone because I think it's going to run out of juice. But I didn't want to leave you halfway. I wanted you to see how I do this. Now, with this one, the oil doesn't have to be extremely hot because you want it hot but not too much because you don't want to get this too dark right off the bat. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Just to show you what I'm doing. And that's about it. And then you're going to turn it on each side. Let me lower it because I don't want it to burn. I cook it like 4 minutes on each side. Okay, guys, so I just flip them over to the other side. And they'll be done in a couple of minutes, and then they're done. And you can serve them however you wish. You don't have to do a burger or per se. You don't have to use bread. You can just have it like that with a salad. It will be very nice too. You can also do Hollandaise sauce over it and do mashed potatoes to go with it. That would also be very nice. But then there you have it. This is pretty much what it looks like when it's done. I hope that you give this recipe a try. And you have it. Perfect. Thanks.